Rabotai, we start talking about the Birkat Hailanot, the blessing of the trees. This upcoming week, not this Shabbat, the following Shabbat is going to be Rosh Chodesh Nisan. This Shabbat, we're going to take 2 Sefer Torahs. This Shabbat, we have a mitzvah, Mideoraita Molo Yaakov, to listen to the Sefer Torah, the second one, Parashat Para. Promise we had Parashat Zachor, about Amalek. There's another mitzvah, Deoraita, according to Maran. In the upcoming week, we're going to take out 2 Sefer Torah. Zafra, Utram, we're going to take 2 Sefer Torah. First one is going to be Parashat HaShavua. Vtaroi Sefer Budit Parashat Para. Moloi Malkiel, tell all the men that this is a mitzvah from the Torah. Lislushet Parashat Para. Para Aduma, the red cow. To listen to this. And whoever listens cannot read inside the Sidur. Чтобы они не читали Sidurам. Только следили. Only follow inside the Sidur. Do not say with your mouth whenever you're going to listen to the Parashat, Parashat Sefer Zavra Budit, называется Parashat Para. Not only that, Rabotai, the following week is going to be Parashat HaChodesh, Rosh Chodesh и Parashat HaShavua. Означает Сета Sefer Torah Budit. Not this week, following week. From following week, we're able already to do Birkat Hailanot. Birkat Hailanot is going to be the beginning month of Nisan. We're able to bless the trees. Nazaraytza Birkat Hailanot. Yesterday we learned that this Birkat Hailanot is not supposed to be said on a grafted tree. You know, grafted trees are against the halacha. Hashem does not want people to make kibrit, asur. Not for us, and many opinions, even not for the goy. Goy doesn't even make prava kibrit still. But if it was already done, we're allowed to eat it. For example, kiwi. Yesterday I found out, I didn't know, that pear, it's also a grafted tree. Did you know that? Wow. Pear. Not only that, all the citrus fruits. Clementina.
Is not grafted.
There was one rabbi.
Chinese pear.
There was one rabbi that said that the pear is also grafted. Maybe he's wrong. I'm telling you whatever. I'm repeating whatever he said. Second thing, maybe Chinese. Second one is, it says, oranges, pomegranate, grapefruit. Grapefruit. Clementina, маленький такой есть. Orange, маленький orange. How do you call this? Clementina in English. In Hebrew, how do you call it? Mandarin. It's also a grafted tree. That's what he said yesterday. Another thing that he said also grafted, there's a whole long list of fruits that he said that they are grafted trees. So therefore you have to be careful not to say bracha on a grafted tree. Today we're going to learn another point, that if a person has orla, do you know, according to the halakha, if a person has a tree that he planted in the ground, Kohen John, within the first 3 years, Kohen, you hear? Within the first 3 years, you're not allowed to eat the fruits of the tree. Guys, there was one time my relative didn't know halakha. He has a house. In the backyard, he planted an apple tree. And he comes and he tells me, listen, how beautiful tree I have. Within 2 years, already look at what beautiful fruits he gives me. I said, 2 years, you're eating these fruits? This is asur. So why asur? This is not Israel. I said, the laws of Orla, the first 3 years, applicable in Israel and applicable also outside Israel. And America also, it's not allowed. Что, нельзя это кушать? No, нельзя кушать. Хай, Rabbi, это не кушаю. What are you doing? I'm making компот with this. I drink it. This Rabotai, 100% forbidden. If pig, свинья, упадет осово, 60 times you take out the pig, the 60 times kasher. If this apple falls into osovot, 200 times you need in order to make it kasher. Look how bad it is. That's how bad it is, the laws of Orla, first 3 years. Now it comes to Birkat Hailanot. You person he planted a tree, он говорит, я хочу, чтобы ко мне люди приходили, Коэн, каждый год, чтобы здесь ходили, мицво у меня дома, чтобы делали. Birkat Hailanot on the trees, should say bracha on my trees. The first year we planted it, уже всех зовет. The first year, can we eat the fruits of this tree? No. Now, says the halakha, if you cannot eat the fruits of this tree, can you say bracha Hailanot on this tree? Machlok argument. Because of this, Rav Yosef says the best is not to say Birkat Hailanot on this, but if there is no other tree available, even if it's the first 3 years, потому что он не grafted tree, это не гибрид, you have him to rely to say the Birkat Hailanot on this. Why? Because the grafted tree, it's against Hashem's will. But the first 3 years, these fruits are not against Hashem's will. Every tree have to go through the process of first 3 years that you're not allowed to have it. Not in Israel and not outside Israel. So therefore he said that's not such a bad tree like the grafted tree. So therefore says Rav Ovadia, if you have nothing else to say, you have to rely Birkat Hailanot on the first 3 years trees. But if you want to do mitzvah according to all opinions, Molo Yaakov, look for trees that they are not grafted and they are not the first 3 years. Like this, you made the mitzvah, it's Bukhari say, atekash. With all the including opinions, you're going to fulfill the mitzvah that the tree is not grafted and the tree is older than 3 years old. Like this is going to be 4, 5, 6 years old and up. And like this, you're able to say Birkat Hailanot according to all opinions.